Painting brick is like getting a tattoo. Once you've got it, it's a world of pain to remove it.
So Adam's here to help you make the right decision. You can't go to France right now, so bring the French rural look to you. Gardeners, get ready to drool over this place.
What if you could build a simple timber frame that completely transformed a section of your garden? Well, it's easy to do, and it's going to cost you a lot less than you think. And I'm doing it with the most humble of garden materials, the tomato stake and the tree stake. But the first step is to make a frame for our frame. I've used some of our smaller tomato stakes, and I've cut them at about 600mm long. I'm going to create a frame like this, and that's going to give us support for our verticals to go into. I'm just going to pre-drill them and screw them together. I'm all right. I've already gotten all that I need. Thought I wasn't meant for the times, but the times made me. The frame done, you need to put it on something nice and flat. A path will do. Because I'm doing mine on lawn, I'm using a piece of ply. And then you take your stakes and place them in each corner. Now, these come in packs of 3, so you could do a pyramid, but I've got 1 extra to make it nice and sturdy. Then hold it at the top, level around that you can cut to, and then we'll start putting it together. With your stakes cut, you want to put them back in your nice level frame, and you want to check that you're pretty close to the level on top. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is a really rustic material with bows in it, so it's difficult to do. But then I'll be putting a plate on top, which I'll screw down, and that'll hold it all together. Call for me now, it saved your life. Follow my voice, you'll find the light. Don't blame me now. Starting to take shape, but no, it's never really going to look like that. It does need a bit more support, though, around the sides to stop it from twisting. So I've cut some of the smaller tomato stakes, and we'll just screw them onto the sides. I've watched you fall so many times. Why do you always live? What you don't want to do with your side supports is pre-cut them all, because like I mentioned, we're working with a pretty rustic timber here, and the measurements will be all over the place. So just put 2 on opposing sides, and then take some offcuts, line them up, and that'll be your cut. I'm giving our frame just a light sand to get rid of the burrs. Then I can apply some paint. Now, you could leave this to go nice and grey as it weathered, or you could be a bit more traditional and paint it white. I'm actually going to go contemporary and paint it black. You could use a roller as well, but because we've got so many intricate joints, I'm just going to use a spray can because it's much easier. And this is exactly where it's going. This is an old veggie patch, which we're turning into a flower garden. It's going to look really nice out the windows of the house. But to finish it off and to formalise it, I'm just putting a bit of a finial on it. It gives it a bit more of a traditional look. This is actually a furniture leg turned upside down. It's indoor timber, but we've painted it, so it should be fine. I'm going to level this up, and then I can get some plants in. Time keeps speeding up and slowing down. Now, because you've got a frame, it's perfect for climbing plants. You can plant sweet peas in there, you could plant a small passion fruit, something like that would be perfect. But I walked past this at the nursery, this buddleia, and I couldn't say no to it. I'm going to pop that in the middle, and it's going to grow up and out, but I'll keep it quite trimmed to this shape. It'll be really nice. Then in each corner, I'm going to have a rounded buxus ball, and then lots of flowering perennials throughout the rest. Whatever you've got to do, get to me soon. I'm calling to you now. With the buddleia as our centerpiece, I've got a bit of a backdrop to our planting here. We've got some salvias, which are going to get higher, some penstemon and some miscanthus. The rest of the stuff is really colourful dahlias, phalotus, there's veronica, there's all sorts, and it's all grades down to the front. So when I come around the corner and look at this garden bed, we've got this huge ramp of colour and flowers.
A photograph on a day with nothing planned.
So there you have it. You can see our obelisk adds some fantastic vertical accent to the garden, and it gives this section almost a French country cottage feel. They're really simple to make. You can make as many as you want. Give it a go and you'll see how quick and easy it really is.
I feel the sunlight on my eyelids.
Painted brick is one of the hottest trends right now, and you may be considering transforming your home. But then there's always those questions. Is the job too big for me? What happens if I choose the wrong colour? Painting brick is like getting a tattoo. Once you've got it, it's a world of pain to remove it. But don't worry, I've got some tips and tricks to get you on the right track. When selecting an exterior paint, there's a few things that you want to avoid, and that's choosing the colour under an interior light or inside the house. It can dramatically change the true colour. So you want to take the colour outside, but not in full sun. Here, I've got 4 sample boards. So let's find a good spot to set them up. And here is a perfect spot because we've got things like this aluminium window and these sandstone boulders that are not going anywhere. They're going to be staying, so you need to make sure that the colour works in with them. Also, you want to think about things like the gutter, or maybe you might have tiled roof or a tin roof. You really want the colour to work with everything that is around. Now, you don't need to make your decision straight away. Sit with the colour for a few days before locking it in. The owner of this house has a patio area that is built out of the same brick as the house. It's a great place to start. If you're happy with the results, you can do the whole house. Now, the colour we've chosen is black, and the name is Black. When painting brick, there's a few pros and cons that you want to consider. It's going to boost curb appeal, it gives you protection from the elements, it's easy to keep clean, and it's pretty permanent. But there's also a few things that you want to steer clear of. You never want to paint over mouldy or deteriorating bricks or loose mortar. Now, we're lucky enough that these are in good condition. It's had a nice high pressure hose, so it's ready for painting. The type of paint is crucial. You want to make sure you use something like this, which is designed for the harsh Australian conditions. It's self-priming, which means you won't have to put a prep coat on the walls before you start, and it won't chip, flake or blister.
Give me love, 'cause your love is all I need. Give me love, 'cause your love is all I need. Give me love, 'cause your
Beautiful. And while that dries, I've got an idea for a bench seat in this area. And it starts with this 90 by 45 treated pine. The first thing I'm going to do is cut everything up to size and make the frame. With our sides marked out, I can now pre-drill everything and screw it off with 100mm bugle screws.
even though the gravity,
Even so, the garden grows.
and the more you and me.
With the frame complete, I'm now going to paint the whole thing black. That way, it camouflages into the brickwork.
Who are you again? I can't remember how I know you. I can place your face, but it's a little hazy, faded.
And to finish it off, I'm going to be cladding it with this Merbau decking, or Merbau, whichever you want to call it. I'm going to start with the piece on the edge. And the tip here is, when you're screwing into the face and across the top, we're just putting the screws a little bit off centre from our 45. That way we don't hit the bugle screws that we use to screw the frame together. Now screw them off with these 50mm stainless steel screws. I need a straight line for where my screws are going to go, and instead of using a pencil, I'm using a chalk line. That way, it just rubs off nice and easy, and there's no need to sand. Our bench seat all screwed off. The last thing I need to do before we put it in place is oil it with a natural oil.
Never know if you're wasting my time. Never know if you're wasting my time. Never know if you're wasting mine. Do you think it's love?
Beautiful. With the walls painted and this beautiful bench seat in, all we need now is some finishing touches in this area.
Your shadow. Do you think it's love?
The magic of paint has totally transformed this area. Now the homeowner can decide whether they paint their whole house or not. And if you like the look of this coffee table, make sure you watch it in a few weeks' time because I'll show you how to make it. Now, what can I say? I think this new area is smoking hot. It's time for me to have a scone.
I've shown you some amazing gardens around the world, but I'm particularly keen to show you what's inside here. Why? Simple. You've never seen anything like it before.
Hey, hey. Ooh. Hey, hey, hey.
This is Green Camel. It's Australia's largest organic glasshouse facility. In tomatoes alone, they're producing 900,000 kilograms of this incredible fruit. All organic, but there's other vegetables and fish that they're producing. High technology and biology, no chemicals. And the most amazing thing is, the fruit tastes magnificent. What a sight to see.
Just make a morning sunshine, straight to the evening. I'll finally figure.
Andrew, we've all bought vine-ripened tomatoes, but we think they come from somebody's vine in a backyard. This is where they obviously come from.
5,000 square metres of truss tomatoes in front of you. Soil-grown, organically grown, vine-ripened tomatoes.
And sunshine.
And sunshine, lots of it. There's a lot going on in these glass houses. They'll grow about 25 to 30 centimetres a week, each week.
Really?
And all that happens up in the head. You can imagine they're going to hit the glass house ceiling pretty quickly.
Yes.
What we do is we lower them down, so we give room for the head to grow.
You drop the strings down, because they're growing on these little cables, I can see.
Correct. Throughout the season, we're just dropping them down, shifting them to the right. We do that to the whole crop once per week. The idea is to keep the heads level, keep them evenly spaced so they're receiving the same amount of sunlight.
Yep. It's often hard to get kids to eat fruits and vegetables, but once they change the name of these little critters here to cukes, the kids have gone mad. And how good is that? Because they're eating fresh. But more importantly, from here, they're also eating organic. There are so many beginnings to this story. This is just another one. All of the fertiliser, well, some of it that goes on the veggies I've just shown you, it actually comes from inside this room here.
So these are freshwater barramundi.
Right.
In order to sustain our crops, we can't have any salts in our system.
Yeah.
Bit slippery.
But that's a beautiful sized fish, isn't it?
They go mainly to the live seafood market.
Right.
And we able to produce about a ton a week. Currently, we have 50,000 fish in here, and we're holding about 12 tons. It's an amazing, sustainable, zero-emission option.
It's a sustainability, Aaron, isn't it, that's important? Because, you know, this is totally sustainable. There's no waste that's going to waste, and it's all being recycled. In many ways, this is the heart or the engine room of the whole Green Camel project. The water from the fish tanks all ends up back here, and then it gets filtered. All the solids get taken out from the fish with this amazing filter machine behind me, and then that gets recycled as compost. It's such a clever system. The water, of course, is filtered, Used for the plants and used for the fish. It's a closed system. Nothing escapes out of the site. That's what real sustainability is all about. And it's the same in our gardens. We've got to keep the fertiliser in the soil and not trickling down the local stream or the gutter. And here, big scale, same technique. You know, what's interesting about Green Camel is from the seed to the soil to the production, the recycling of the water, the fish. They're all part of the process of producing top quality fruit. Those incredible cucumbers and, of course, the tomatoes in different varieties. You've all seen them and wondered where they come from when they end up in your greengrocer or the supermarket. And this is where they're coming from, Australian quality. And the thing that really stands out is the passion of the staff. And I got myself a goodie bag, so I'm making for the car.
People go for a sea change. Others, well, they might go for a tree change. Well, I've come to Tenterfield, home of Peter Allen's famous Tenterfield saddler, to meet a lady and her family who've made a nut change. About an hour out of town is a lady I've been dying to meet for ages. Her name, Annabelle Hickson. Thought I'd find you in the garden.
Hello,
How
Tara.
are you? It's a long way to come for a book signing. Please will you sign my book?
Oh, that's so funny.
I've had this for, it must be over 12 months now. How long has your book been out?
Since March last year.
And I've been wanting to meet you. So here I am.
Well, thanks for coming.
I came a long way from the city. Look at you, this is amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
We've been here for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And how much land do you own?
We've got about 200 hectares of pecans.
Yes.
And they're all at various ages.
How long's Ed been farming, your husband?
All his life. He
Has he?
grew up on a sheep farm, and then when I met him, he grew crops.
This is like real life farmer wants a wife. So how did you meet Ed?
We met through our families. I knew his parents before I knew Ed, and they said, come up and visit us, and yeah, we hit it off.
Love at first sight?
Yes.
Wow.
It was.
And I mean, this is such a big change for you, like going from the city. How did you cope with that?
I'd left my career as a journalist, and I had to sort of work out how to create work for myself, because there's not a lot of work in rural Australia. So that was probably the hard bit.
This book is a bit like a flower arranging Bible for me. I think what I love about it is you're just not scared. It's like more is more. You go big and go bold.
Yes.
This is amazing. You just do these huge installations.
Because there's no florist here, so you can't go and buy your flowers. If I had to buy my flowers, my arrangements would be tiny, you know, but because this is all a reflection of things growing on the side of the road or stuff in the garden, and you can be quite brutal with cutting, and it just grows back.
So what have we already picked?
Okay, well, I want to do a big arrangement when we get inside. So I've just, well, this isn't really big. We can go much bigger, but I've got some branches, some Manchurian pear, some phlomis.
That's what this is?
That's what this is.
What is phlomis? I've never seen this before.
Well, this is it. They just grow in these lovely sort of balls with these beautiful yellow flowers that are just coming out. These are my artichokes.
Wow.
They're incredible. They're like dinosaurs. They're really lovely, but I like to use them even just like this.
So you can actually cut these and put them in an arrangement?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
Shall we do it?
Yeah. Gosh, I can't imagine what vase you'd need. What a beauty. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? Look at the colours.
The colours are divine.
Okay, I've got my bounty.
Let's go.
Gosh, even the washing on the line here is beautiful. Home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
Oh, look at this collection. This is incredible.
I know, isn't it great? And there's boxes more of it. My mother took all these cuttings from around where I grew up, and she pressed them, dried them, and then created these specimen sheets and framed
It's amazing.
them.
And they're all sort of signed and they've got
Yes,
the
you can see the date, where they were collected.
That's amazing. And do you know what really makes it work is the fact that you've hung them en masse, which is really strong. And who did the fireplace?
Oh, this was a COVID craft project
The kids?
created by me.
Oh.
It's going to stay for a while. It makes me smile.
So your husband, Ed, he's very patient with all of this? He just lets it all go on?
I've painted rooms different colours and he literally hasn't noticed. So I get free reign.
So he's got blinkers on?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's probably a good thing. Oh, that's such a beautiful collection. I love it. It's like a little rabbit warren.
I know they'll come through via the pantry.
Yeah. I've heard of a walk-through wardrobe, but I've never been through a walk-through pantry.
It's unusual.
It's different. I like it. But this is amazing. Look at this beautiful bedroom.
Well, you know, this was a shed, a grimy old shed not that long ago. This kitchen and pantry that we just walked through, we just put that in as a little connector from the house to the shed. So it's this kind of higgledy-piggledy series of ad hoc buildings.
Which farmhouses often are.
That's it.
You're a collector of art. I can see you've got beautiful things everywhere. So you've got this beautiful curator's eye.
Every one of these paintings, I know who painted it. You know, they mean something to me,
really
which
special.
is, yeah.
So this is your new baby.
This is my new baby.
Wow.
This is Galah. I don't know if I've completely lost my marbles, but I'm starting a printed mag. Since I moved out to regional Australia, I just cannot get over the interesting people, the clever people, you know, so many
Stories. There's stories here, yeah.
And I feel like lots of, I mean, I was one of these people who lived in the cities. They say, but what do you do out here? And I just want this to show people there is so much wonderful stuff going on. Those photos make me want to get in my car and drive out there.
You're so creative. I just want to take home a little bit of Annabelle. Can we have a little play? Do some flowers?
Let's do some flowers.
Let's do some flowers. Okay, put the kettle on. Let's do it.
Hey, here we go.
Just got to get in the house first.
So vessels like these are terrific because they're so wide. You can get a lot of different angles of the flower. It's much better than a really narrow top on a vase, but you have to create a structure for the stems to sit in. So this is where chicken wire comes in. Ball it up.
Just get all of those little sharp cut ends in there.
Perfect. That's terrific, Tara, because you've created all these different layers, so the stems have lots of different places to hold. Just to secure it in place is a bit of a cross-hatching of tape. I mean, there's florist tape, this is just gaffer tape.
Yeah.
I would do 3 across this way and 2 or 3 this way.
And you've got plenty to put into.
Plenty
Okay,
to
that
put
makes
in.
sense. I like that.
Acceptance is the key.
With keeping flowers alive, are you supposed to change the water every day? Is that the secret?
Yes, you're supposed to, but I never do. I mean, what I do is put in a little bit of bleach, a little bit of sugar and a little bit of vinegar.
Yep.
All right, so now we want to grab some branches like this to create a base. And so I like to sort of think about the shape and you can sort of set your parameters with these kind of branches, and because you've got this wonderful structure, you can really go wide or really high. I mean, don't be scared to just go here. Really go
I'd normally
for
get the secateurs in there and lop it low.
Well, try living on the edge.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, this is where it comes in handy. I can see now you can really feed that in and that holds
That's it.
Yeah. I can't believe how well that wire holds it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Look at the flannel flowers. They're so beautiful.
The flannel flowers and these bright green viburnum balls. So what I like to do is work in sort of blocks. Pick a few of these because these are quite delicate, and then give them just a little bit of space.
Yeah.
A friend who's really great with flowers, she said, if you can imagine a little butterfly coming in and landing, that's what you want the space for that.
That's so nice.
Okay, let's cut this quite low. Don't be scared to play with angles. Let's see.
Wow.
Job,
I
Tara.
didn't do it, but
I love it.
I'll take some of the credit. It's beautiful.
Looks great. I love that.
So if you wanted to do something taller like this,
Let's go crazy.
I'm
with
inspired
this one.
now. You sure about this? This really is a tree in the house.
Let's go crazy. So I'm going to do a similar thing that you did in the bowl and just sort of set the shape
Whoa.
So I feel like this one.
Think big. Okay, I gotta get out of my comfort zone a lot more. This is great.
It's great. I think we're almost ready for the artichokes. We've sort of built this lovely base.
Yep.
And I can see some sort of holes in here. And because they're so heavy, we don't want them up here. We want them down, you know, where they'd kind of
So
be.
this will all frame everything.
Yes.
Beautiful. This is like flower arranging for the very brave. That's extraordinary. I love that. It's a celebration of artichokes.
It is. And I love the scale is, you know, if you can go big.
Oh, I've never, ever arranged such a big bunch of blooms. Thank you. It's awesome. Love
Beautiful.
it. Love it. Do you think the artichokes will keep opening?
Yes, they will. They will.
It's going to get better and better.
Yeah, they'll be gorgeous.
In true country style, everyone is welcome at Ed and Annabelle's picnics, with the cousins from the city staying for a holiday on the farm. Here you go, Miss Daisy.
Put that down. Thanks, Dave.
You have got the most perfect life, haven't you? The kids in the country, beautiful wife who just does gorgeous things.
Yeah, no, it's...
So why pecans?
I like having a permanent crop. It's a beautiful crop. They're healthy food, plant-based protein, lots of different things you can make with pecans, milk and muesli bars and all sorts of different things.
And your kids, look at you all. So Tom, tell me what you love about living on a farm.
There's lots of space and I can ride my motorbike and we can come down here to have like swims and barbecues. I really like all the opportunities we have here and like going down to the creek.
And how about you, Harriet? Do you like it?
I really like eating the pecans and going on my motorbike.
You got a motorbike as well?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys, it's been such a beautiful day. I've loved meeting you all.
You can all relate to this, can't you? You're home alone, you're bored. You got your mobile phone, sure, you light that up, edit a few pictures, maybe play a few games. So when your dog is alone at home and bored, what do you think it gets up to? The result often tends to trash your house. Not a good look and not a good experience.
But hang on, Dr. Harry. What about if you use your mobile phone to keep your dog entertained? Like this remote control bone. Or there's a whole stack of other tech that can keep your pets entertained when you're not at home. And we're going to road test them today.
You're blowing me away. You're controlling this?
I am. Here we go. Ready? Quick jump. Quick spin.
Yeah?
Backflip. Good boy. Good boy.
You're talking to a bone.
I know.
Settle down, right? So dogs really like that sort of stuff?
Let's find out.
There's only one way. Get a dog.
There's a whole new world of tech out there to keep your dogs happy. So let's get into it. So there's nothing new about a food dispenser, but this food dispenser is a baby monitor wrapped into the same device. So as long as you've got Wi-Fi at home and you've got connectivity, you can do this, control this device from anywhere in the world, really.
So you can see your dog.
Yes.
Talk to your dog.
Yes.
Your dog can talk back to you.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like a FaceTime connection.
Yeah, very 2021.
Okay.
That's right. Let's give it a little try. Lily, sit. Sit. Good.
Reward her straight away.
Good girl. Good girl. I'll feed her.
Great. Yeah, it popped
that
straight
bounce?
out. Yeah, it was great. It was great. And I think that, if she were sort of conditioned to this, had a little bit of practice, if you like, over a weekend or something like that, so she knew this is where the food came from, she knew if you gave a command, she would get a reward, would be great. So you're doing two things here, right? One, you're communicating with your dog, and on top of that, you're using it as a training tool, because that way you're connecting your voice, asking the dog to do something positive, getting a reward for doing it, and I think that really helps your connection with the dog.
And for those people who are a bit too close to their pets, well, you get to feed it every hour.
Well, yeah, FaceTime with your dog. How good's that?
Well, speaking of good ideas, I mean, it's no new piece of information that dogs love balls.
Right.
And there are all of these different things that you can use to throw the ball, a tennis racket, one of those things.
Yeah, chuck it sticks, all of those things.
What happens if you're at work and you're not there to throw the ball? Well, that's where this comes in.
A ball that throws itself. He's got a million ideas.
Well, almost. See, inside this ball there's a little motor.
Yeah.
It's just one button, you turn it on, and then you can scroll through the different colours. Exactly, but that means how vigorously it rattles around. As soon as you put it down, it'll fire up. And then every time she touches it, it'll spark up. If she doesn't touch it at all, it'll stay dormant for about half an hour, and then it'll vibrate into action and hopefully attract her attention and give her something to play with. Lily is liking it, but are there types of breeds of dogs that this is really suited towards?
Yeah, because you see, this is all about hunting, what we call prey drive. It's a natural canine instinct, very pronounced in some dogs. Now, Lily, I think, is a caboodle, so maybe Lily's going to be smart enough, and I think she is, the poodle's coming out in her. A dog like a poodle would play with that, right?
Okay.
And other dogs with a strong prey drive, like terriers, you know, Jack Russell would love that sort of thing. I tell you, I'm fascinated by this thing. It goes into reverse, I tell you. We don't need a cricket team, we just need balls like that.
Speaking of cricket, let's get outside and throw the ball. Hey!
Yeah, good one.
Dylan the Kelpie, isn't he a beautiful dog? Talk about a dog that loves exercise. Can't get enough of it, right?
I love those eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, I never stop using those eyes.
Well, in terms of tech, you know, we've
Yeah, what do you
covered
got?
entertainment and the way the dog can look after itself at home.
yeah.
This is about exercise and making sure your dog is staying fit and healthy. On Dylan's collar here, we've got an activity tracker.
Yeah.
Works a lot like the activity trackers we'll use to get our steps for the day.
Yeah, wear on your belt or on your wrist. Yeah?
That's it. Well,
Yep.
instead of telling us Dylan's steps, it uses GPS to tell us how many kilometres he's run, or metres, depending on how fit your dog is.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
So this is telling us that at the moment Dylan's done 52 minutes of exercise. It's saying maybe more like 2 hours every day, so we need to do a bit more exercise. And you can put in the amount of food that Dylan's eating.
Yeah. See, for a straight Kelpie, he really is just a little bit on the pudgy side. Well, this is a great way of controlling weight on your dog, isn't it? Because you can measure sort of calories in versus calories out, what you feed the dog, how much exercise the dog does. It's a very handy little device.
Have we just become hosts for a dog weight loss infomercial?
But I think there's another breed tucked in there as well, so that could excuse it. But yeah, that dog working on a sheep property would need to lose probably 3 to 4 kilos. That's how much it would need to lose.
Well, we can help it do that by using this app.
Very good idea. Helps you control your dog's weight. That's its #1 objective. I think they're fantastic. There's more things coming on board all the time. We can keep our dogs happy, healthy, and most importantly, mentally stimulated, getting rid of that boredom problem.
Does anyone actually use these for phone calls anymore?
We just got to teach the dogs how to dial.
Then it really will be the dog and bone.